A murder has taken place at one of Caroline's classic wine tasting gatherings. The time of the murder was approximately 3:02 AM. There were 5 potential clues left at the crime scene, likely dropped by the culprit. A half-used packet of tissue paper, a broken wine glass, little was left in the glass before being dropped, a hairband, a qualification certificate, and a knitting needle. The only remaining parties at this time were Caroline Dennis, Sarah Lubbock, Isaac Lawrence, Molly Coles, and Caroline's son Owen. Detective Charlie individually will interview each party over video call to get some further information on the subjects to see how many of the clues correspond to each of the 5 suspects. The culprit is that whom has the most clues corresponding to them. Those who correctly deduce the culprit from the information given in the interviews will be rewarded when we return to the detective's office. Be careful of red herrings, things aren't always as they seem, and remember that one clue can point to more than one suspect.
Caroline Dennis, co-founder and head of administrations at Propbox Youth Theatre. Now, this was your party. How was it?
It was really good until I got a streaming nosebleed. Oh, and of course, that girl got murdered. Tragic.
Taking advantage of the leftovers, I see.
Hair of the dog.
Tell me, what was your relationship with the victim murdered at 302?
I didn't even really know the girl. She was obviously just some sort of gatecrasher who thought that it was socially acceptable to wander into somebody's home uninvited.
What do you remember from last night?
Well, for most of the night, me and Sarah were chatting about the good old days. Sarah wouldn't stop going about her grades. Oh, and Owen and Molly were just in fits of hysteria, laughing at Isaac's attempt to walk.
Interesting. Isaac Lawrence, film production tutor for Propbox Youth Theatre, correct?
Yeah. How long is this going to take? I've got a hangover.
So you'd been enjoying plenty of wine last night?
Yeah. Ugh.
You got a cold?
No. Really bad hay fever.
I see. I hear you recently graduated from the University of Portsmouth.
Well, sort of. They've pushed my graduation back till May next year, so you've only got my word.
What was your relation to the victim murdered at 302?
I met her once at a party in uni, and she stole a tenner off me. So she's brave to come here.
So safe to say you weren't a big fan of the victim?
Nobody was. She had a thirst for stealing. And it wasn't a stealing tasting party, it was a wine tasting party. And she called me a mophead.
I see. Sarah Lubbock, you are the costume maker and treasurer for Propbox Youth Theatre. Is that right?
Yep, and I bring my tools with me wherever I go. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's why that girl was here, to try and get her hands on the Propbox cash box.
Now, from what I understand, you don't actually drink. What were you doing at a wine tasting night?
Well, they're a great laugh at Propbox. Caroline and Isaac were trying to straighten each other's hair, but Isaac's hair was so thick that Caroline had to give up after about an hour.
So you enjoyed the night then?
Well, me being the only one that could see straight by the end of the evening, I was mostly clearing up spillages, but Molly had used up all the kitchen rolls, so I had to use what I could get. That's when that gatecrasher dropped her glass.
Thank you, Mrs. Lubbock. Molly Coles, you are the choreographer for Propbox Youth Theatre. Please, give me an account of the night.
Within 10 minutes of arriving, I'd smashed a wine glass. That was embarrassing. Got wine all in my hair, and I'd spent so long trying to get it to look nice, and then I'd try and put it back again. Then used all of Caroline's kitchen roll trying to clean up the mess. Spent the rest of the evening talking to Owen about uni life and laughing at Isaac stumbling all over the place.
You stepped away from Propbox recently for over a year, and only recently came back. Why was that?
I was up at uni, doing a 1-year course, but I graduated, so I'm back now.
What was your relation with the victim?
I thought she was one of Isaac's friends. He seemed to be the only one that knew her, but didn't act very happy to see her at all. And from what I heard from Owen, she had tried to steal his dame wig more than once. So I think she was just a gatecrasher. I arrived early to help Caroline pour the wine, which went well. So I know she arrived early, which is odd for a gatecrasher, but who knows?
Thank you, Molly. Owen Dennis, Caroline's son. You used to be an acting coach for Prop Box, but you've been off for quite a while, yes?
Yeah, I've been at university 2 out of 3 years. Lucky, really. I heard Isaac won't even be getting his certificate until mid next year.
Sorry if I sound somewhat unprofessional here, but what on earth were you wearing?
Oh, that was my Dame outfit. It's kind of a Prop Box tradition. I knitted the dress myself, which made Sarah a bit jealous. She could barely keep her hair up, although it didn't help that I borrowed one of her bands to keep my wig out of my eyes.
Well, tell us more about the night. What occurred?
Well, my mum had a nosebleed about 2 a.m. That was when I decided to pack in the wine so I could sort her out. Plus, I didn't want to get like Isaac. Oh my god, me and Molly were in stitches.
What do you know about the victim?
I hadn't met her before the night, but my god, I wanted to strangle her. She kept trying to steal my wig. I get very precious about my Dame wig. It's for these hands only.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.